What's going on YouTube? Darksword255 here. If you guys did not see my last video, you will not know that I ended up getting enough fragments to summon Embrys. Anyways, so I ended up summoning him in my last video, and this video we're going to be going over his kit, how I build him, how you can build him, and some different teams that you can go ahead and utilize him in. So let's go ahead and jump right into things, guys. Alrighty, guys, so I have my boy Emrys here. He is absolutely fantastic. I know that there have been a lot of videos made, I think in the last month when people had enough to fuse him, but you know, I've seen just so much like information about this guy. Hopefully this little like walkthrough will give you a little bit of a heads up and like an explanation of how he works and different ways that you can build him in a digestible way. So Emrys, let's go ahead and go through his abilities, and then I'll explain certain builds and what you're kind of aiming for when you go ahead and build him and use him. For his A1, for his first form, attacks all enemies, destroys each target's max HP by 3, and then you can stack that up to 30%, which is insane. Also increases the duration of one random debuff on all enemies. This effect cannot be resisted if enemies have necrosis, which is in his second form, but you know, we'll get there. Number 2, Void Stare. Place a True Fear debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. It has a 50% decrease attack debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. This affects, okay, if it's under necrosis, like this cannot be resisted. To become part of my team, click the link in the description right now to get Elenaril for free, as well as 3 more amazing epic champions as you level up. Here's how you do it. Log out of Plarium Play on your PC and uninstall it. Click the link in the description, register with a brand new email, launch raid, and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champion. Don't miss out on this chance to get a free Elenaril along with 3 epics as you progress through raid. Click on my link right now and let's get started. All right, A3 attacks all enemies, and this is what is so important for PvP. Removes any stone skin debuffs and replaces them with a True Fear. Block debuffs will be replaced with block buffs. Also remove any buffs, positive effects, so like increased attack, increased defense, and basically it will replace it with the opposite. And I know I didn't read that, but I'm summarizing, right? Buffs with like continuous heal will be replaced with heal reduction. So basically a miss, right? Like reversing, mirroring all of the positive buffs. Then steals 5% of the target's turn meter for each buff converted to any debuff. So what he is doing is let's say you have stone skin with his A3. It removes the stone skin, and if there are other buffs that are on there that are not protected, he will reverse Uno those buffs, and then for every buff he does that, he gets a lot of turn meter with that, as well as decreasing the turn meter of the person that he is taking these buffs on. So I mean, amazing, like especially with the stone skin speed meta right now, this is an amazing skill. And then his passive, whenever an enemy is killed, place 1 necrosis stack on all enemies. Necrosis stacks cannot be resisted or blocked. Necrosis stacks can only be removed from reviving all dead allies. This effect does not work against bosses or their minions. I mean, I feel like it should say or instead and. Or I guess and makes a little bit more sense. So when he kills somebody, puts the necrosis on. If you wanted to stay in form 1, you know, you kill somebody, and then everybody gets necrosis, and then all of these abilities will land without all these abilities are not resistible. Moving to his second form, and this is really where a lot of people are mainly using him. They're using obviously a combination of both forms, but you know, with the build that I am in and the strategy that I'm going for, this is what I am doing. So his A1 in his second form attacks one enemy, place an extra hit if this target has any necrosis stacks, and then if we kill the target, it gets hit with a block revive. So I mean, there's not a lot of champions in this game that have an A1 block revive, and he just happens to be one of them. Now, this is the skill right here. That is his nuking skill, his A2. His A2 attacks all enemies, deals double damage to enemies whose accuracy is lower than this champion's accuracy, ignores 50% of each enemy's defense whose accuracy is equal to or higher than this champion. That's important, right? So, and we'll get to different strategies to revolve around this one skill. This skill right here is how you need to identify how you're going to be building your Embrys when you eventually get him from doing Chimera. His A3 swaps HP with an enemy if it's a target, fully restores the champion's destroyed max HP, then fully heals this champion instead. Each time the skill is used, increase this champion's ignore defense by 10% while in their alternate form. Stacks up to 50%. So this is like a insane move. So if you're doing like any kind of like PvE, Chimera, Hydra, or anything with this guy, you're really stacking just that ignore defense. So at a certain point, you're doing, I mean, if you have like lethal and like all your different combinations of stuff, you're doing an unbelievable amount of damage. And then his passive, when the champion dies, reflect damage equal to 50% of the fatal hit back to the attacker. Include any surplus damage. When an enemy is killed, place one necrosis stack on all other enemies that can't be removed or blocked. You know, that's how necrosis works. If this champion is about to get killed by a fatal hit, preempt that hit and instantly place a block revive buff on them for 1 turn. So basically, if you get to hit this form and he gets killed, he immediately will come back. Now, like I said, guys, there are multiple different ways to build this guy out. Again, there's a lot of different strategies that go into this. The easiest is we're going to be breaking it down into 2 things. We're going to be revolving around his second form, Atomize, right? Now, do you want to have low accuracy or do you want to go with high accuracy? That is your number 1 question. For example, I went with lower accuracy. I have him like with decent accuracy. I mean, he's in 260 accuracy. I mean, for arena, this is not this is not a lot, right? But I mean, at least for high end arena, like 200 accuracy, 250 accuracy is nothing, and that's unfortunately where I'm at right now. Is we're in the trenches right now. So you want to identify number 1. Are you going to build him with high accuracy or low accuracy? In my personal opinion, I think building low accuracy is the right way to go, because then you can go ahead and really focus on his damage. Getting higher crit damage, getting more speed, getting more HP because he's an HP based nuker. The least amount of stats that are like required makes building the champion better and for the other areas, right? So like if we needed this champion, for example, to have high accuracy, high speed, and high damage, you're really not going to find a lot of components to really hit those 3 different areas that you're aiming. You have to maybe give up some speed to get the accuracy. You might have to lose some accuracy to get the speed you need, so on and so forth. I'm using him in a PvP sense right now. I do have him. He has 275. Obviously, the goal is to have him to be as fast as possible. I mean, I'm looking to try, like, if I wanted him to be like an extremely fast champion for like live arena, for example, he would need to be about 350 minimum speed. And I don't think that it's worth me trying to invest him going that fast. I would rather have a turn meter champion be my lead versus having a nuker. I mean, if I could get 350 with all these stats, I mean, I would obviously do that. But 275 is fine. You're gonna have somebody who's your lead in either live arena or in tag team arena or just normal arena, who's going to be boosting his turn meter. And honestly, if you're using him just for PvE, anything over 200 speed is fine. You really don't need anything higher than 200. I mean, for high end like Chimera and Hydra, anything higher than like 230. But like, if you're using him for PvE, you don't have to have the craziest speed stats. You can use him mainly as like a nuker and a controller as well. And so to counteract my Embrys being on the slower end, what I did is I put him in Stone Skin, because there are 2 different things, or 2 different options, right? We could start off in our first form, and if let's say they have a lot of Stone Skin, right? I can lead with this ability right here and strip everything, get a good amount of turn meter boost, and then when my turn comes around again, transform. Or if they don't have any Stone Skin, I can be safer with the 4-piece Stone Skin, because I have 1 turn that nothing bad can happen to me unless I get sheeped. And then I transform into this form, and then I immediately am significantly safer, because even if I get nuked, I have my revive on death. So that's why I went with Stone Skin. You can go with Stone Skin. You can go with like Pinpoint would be also very good. You could also go with, if you could get him in 9-piece Feral would work as well. I have him as a nuker. So I tried my best to get him in either Lethal, to get him in Savage, to get him in Merciless, to get him in even Cruel. Any of those pieces of gear that give you that ignored enemy defense is kind of what you're looking for. But you know, stats are obviously the most important with these champions. You always should aim for the stat requirement that you're aiming for first. Then obviously, if you have the gear, you know, I'm assuming that if you're gearing this champion, you're in a mid to late game like account, so you should be able to have at least some sets, especially for Stone Skin. It's relatively easy to get the gear for Stone Skin if you're hitting high-end Hydra, or just, you know, just farming Hydra in general. You should be able to get plenty of Stone Skin or slash protection. So that's what, you know, I would say if you can get them in Stone Skin, that would be the best. Stone Skin and Pinpoint would be probably the best combination of gear. Secondary, you can build him, like I said, with Stone Skin, and Pinpoint would probably be the second best option. You could also try to build him in Supersonic. Supersonic would be really good. And this is why Supersonic would be really good. So let's say we just got him in a 4-piece minimum. A 6-piece would be insane, but 4-piece fills his champion's turn meter by 2% per debuff on the enemy. Now, this is a great strategy because obviously, as we went through it, right? Like his A3 is stripping and mirroring buffs. And so this skill, his A3 in his first form, is giving him turn meter already, right? It's giving him turn meter. And then on top of having Supersonic, you're just getting that additional level of turn meter. So that would be a really good mix. I tried to get him in Supersonic, didn't have the gear for it. Lethal was a little bit easier for me to get, gear on him. I'm definitely not yeah, I do have some mythics, but like I'm definitely not one of the like crazy whale accounts. I don't even have my Great Hall. I don't even have my Great Hall finished. My account is not the most ridiculous, crazy account, right? I would say that, like, yes, I am an end game account, but like, I mean, I have so much more development for my account. Like, this entire area needs to be done. So I feel like this build is a lot more of a realistic build because, I mean, not everybody has their Great Hall either finished or even like, I'm lucky. I've just been playing the game for so long, you know, to have a lot of these like Great Hall stats just maxed out, right? Like you might not get lucky and have like all that. Like my free to play account is not even close, like not even remotely close to having these additional stats. So anyways, guys, I'm not going to showcase PvE. I mean, you're going to see how he works in PvP. Like I said, pretty straightforward. So the main, I was actually very excited because I also have a Khalif, and Khalif and him obviously synergize very, very well together. Let's go and fight. So I'll show you my tag team. It's this guy right here. How I have it is I'm using Khalif, but I'm also using Carlin right here. He's the lead. The goal is for you to drop your freeze on everybody. In a perfect world, my Emrys would go first. He would strip all the buffs from everybody. Then he would go and then freeze everybody. Then Khalif or my Narcissus would go. I know my face is hiding poor little Narcissus. He's like looking up right there. But again, you know, this is the best that I could really do with the, you know, the gear that I have, right? He goes first. We hope that they don't have Stone Skin. And if we do, then we wait for Emrys. You know what I mean? Narcissus is an HP nuker. He hits really hard, especially if they have shields. So a pretty good and straightforward team. And like I said, we'll go ahead and just kind of showcase the team, a little bit here. But let me go ahead and we will jump into just a classic arena, right? And let's see what happens here. We're gonna make sure that this is not on auto. All right, so we're going to freeze everybody. Then we have two options. Like I said, we could immediately rip the Stone Skin off of, let's go ahead and do it. Let's just showcase it. We're gonna strip the Stone Skin off this guy. Perfect. We get turn meter increase on our boy over here, on our Embrys. We're going to drop the taunt on him. We're going to drop the hex on everybody. And then we are going to transform. And now you're going to see how absolutely insane this damage is. Ready? Watch what happens. Boom. Just one shots at almost everybody. And then my Narcissus will clean up. Found it in Korra, this team would be even more insane, but your boy, if you guys have been watching my channel at all, you know for a fact that I have been struggling to get an Encora because your boy didn't do the fusion. My bad. Too bad, too sad. All right, let's see if we can fight another team. Let's fight, I want to fight like a harder team. Ooh, this could be a good team. Emrys is the lead. I'm assuming, let's see what happens here. Wow, no stone skin. Wow, I am shocked. All right, well, we're immediately going to transform and kill everybody, probably other than Emrys here. They're Emrys, or almost everybody. We are going to, let's taunt, equalize their HP, drop the hex down. We are going, okay, so this is, I don't want to hit the Vogoth. Let's hit this. Woo! Oh, that was a chef kiss. I love that. So if you're fighting like a monkey, like you can just obliterate in one shot, like the monkey, and then make sure that he just can't come back, can't revive. Let's see if we can find a harder team. And when I say harder, let's go ahead and fight this team here. This is going to be a hard team. And what we'll do is I'll also like see if we can go against a team that's faster than us and see. Wow, that is really unfortunate. Vogoth, you are a fiend Vogoth. I want him so badly. All because we took that stone skin off. We just stripped that stone skin. This team we will lose very hard against this team. Let's try this guy. This is going to be a little bit annoying because of Fabian. If they go first, which I'm hoping they do, it's going to be annoying. Let's see. Okay, for what they didn't go first, that's insane. Okay, whatever. We're going to go ahead and strip that stone skin. We are going to put the taunt and equalize everybody's HP. We're going to drop the hex on everybody. Cool. We're going to transform and we're just going to kill everybody. Damn. 80,000 damage. And if we only don't, let's say we don't even kill all of them. Ooh, this is going to be a good team. This will be a good team. They might go first. I would be shocked if they go first, but like they have a Krisk who will give them a lot of extra HP. So let's see. I mean, the HP and the shield. That is a fat shield. Okay, well, that's a bit of a bummer, but that's not that big of a deal because mythics are broken. It doesn't matter. I really feel like Polarium should change. Wow. Oh my God. That was an insane amount of damage. That was through the shield, one shot the Thor and almost killed everybody else. I mean, like this team is over, it's dead, but wow, that was wild. Really, it should mythical champions should not be able to transform to their alternate form if like a turn meter reduction is put down on them. I don't think that that's super fair that can happen, but I digress. So I've been using him also, like I said, in my my tag team arena team because contrary to popular opinion, I think that tag team is super important. See, I think that it's super important to try to get the gold and stay in gold and farm as many points or whatever these things are called, these gold bars, as possible. Every week you have the opportunity to get energy, at least 3 pulls if you're in gold, right? And more importantly, you can pull these accessories, and these accessories are super important. But like, look at all of the things that you can get. Like, it takes a lot of grinding, but like tag team is so important. Yes, it is very annoying and very stressful. And honestly, I jump between silver 4 and gold. It's really hard for me to stay in gold, but hopefully with this new team that I have, which I have not put in my defense team. I'm using this is my old team that I actually end up stripping to put all the gear on, this new Knights Rev team. But, like doing tag team is super important. You should definitely do it. I'm going to make like a bit of a guide. Eventually, guys, going over like tag team and how to basically farm, get as high as you possibly can, and like really, and lack of a better term, abuse the amount of rewards that you get, because especially like if you're a free-to-play account, it's really important that you're doing tag team arena. Let's see if we can get into a live. I've been getting absolutely slaughtered in some live arena because They keep banned. My main damage dealer right now is Commodus, and he always gets banned. And so far, if my Commodus doesn't get banned, then we're in a good spot. This account is obviously like, you're like, oh my god, I shouldn't be struggling. Now, right now, my Lazarus has no items. We will do this. Throw a Odin in here. I think we're gonna get rid of probably the monkey. I mean, this is the bot. I think I'm fighting. Of course, I'm pretty sure that this is the bot. There's no way, right? So whatever. First, let's see if we can get the opportunity for Emrys to go. I think everything is just gonna die before I get a chance for him to go, which is a bummer. Okay, so there's Stone Skin. All right, let's speed everybody up. Let's stun everybody. Oh, I do get to go. Okay, this is great. This is awesome. Oh, he's faster than my Commodus? Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Eat. Bam. By the way, I just did 90,000 damage to the Ultimate Death Knight. That was insane. Wow. Let's see if we can get into another. I mean, obviously, I think that was a bot, so like whatever, but like still, you know, like that was an insane hit. Bum, bum, dun, dun. We're waiting. Done. Okay, so this is maybe a real person. 270. Okay, here we go. I'm level 1. I have 187 points. Don't worry. Very balanced, guys. All right. Oh, this is also not really that fair. I'm level 100. He's level 87. But does the credit card win? Odin. Okay. Oh my god, I just went to try to go pick Odin, but I can't. Who do I want to use? God, if my Lazarus was built, he would be in the trenches right now. Bummer. And my Leo is not really built too great, but it's fine. Ooh. I don't know why he picked Odin. We're definitely gonna ban Armons for the speed lead. What is annoying? Okay. He has no it's 40% to avoid champions. Interesting. Watch, knowing my luck, I'm just gonna get absolutely obliterated. All right, we're gonna speed everybody up, give him that dank accuracy. None of their teammates have. I mean, the thing about like Fabian, for an example, before I nuke this entire team right now, if like I strip his buffs, like you can't really stun Fabian because he's resistant to all forms of CC. So I mean, bam, we're gonna transform. I couldn't even place these bombs because of the block buff. He's gonna put all my turn meter down, which is not that big of a deal. Gonna yeet. Gonna auto attack this guy. This guy has 3 stacks. Oh my god, dude. He has Andy. Oh my god. I mean, like that was brutal. I don't know what this guy is doing, but hey, whatever. Hey, we got our daily wins. Let's go. Wow, we got nothing good. Oh well. You know what? I also, guys, sorry, this is a little bit jumping around. I did not go over relics with him. I have him with a Talon. Just more crit damage. My relics, as you can see, are terrible. They are very, very bad. And these are like as good as I have gotten. I don't even have the only legendary that I've gotten was the free wand. You know, so like I have had just the worst luck really with relics. And I feel like most people, it's really easy to get these talons. So, you know, mine is pretty, I mean, I think this is level 4, right? Level 4? Yeah, level 4. I mean, level 3 is fine too. Crit damage is really good. You can go with the crown for like prolonged fights with necrosis, but it's not, I would rather go with the talon here. There is an item that I do not have. Let me real quick. It is, here it is. Sorry, I had to find it real quick, guys. The death dealer is amazing because as we talked about earlier, if he is killed, he reflects the damage back towards the person who kills him, right? So this relic is also really good if you can get it. You know, a mythical, you know, wearer attacks will always be a crit, but the wearer receives 200% more damage. So like if you had this item, which would be insane, right? Like if you had this relic, you could give him 0 crit rate and just have an unbelievable amount of like crit damage, right? And then you just put him in stone skin, you know, same thing. Either you want him to die so you don't live, you put him so that he's like able to die and then just absolutely punch whoever is nuking him, or you put him in stone skin and hope that you don't die. Just hope that you don't die. I mean, like obviously I don't like, yeah, this item relic is like really good, but like let's be honest, you're not, unless you're unbelievably lucky, you don't have this, you know. So just go with those recommendations, guys, for the relics. I think that the more crit damage you can get on him, since we're building him as a nuker, is the best. If you guys like me going through this, through these like champions, I actually have an idea for some champion guides and how I want to do them in the future, guys. I wanted to put lore in the videos. So can you guys let me know if you guys would be interested in hearing the lore? I mean, this game has so much lore that I don't think that we really like harp on. I think we just kind of go into the champions and that's all we care about. But you know, there's a lot of like really cool lore in this game. Like I said, let me know, guys, down in the comments if you'd be interested in me going over the lore in this game with champion reviews and builds and guides like this. Let me know, guys, and I will see everybody in the next one.